Our next speaker is a family man, a tradie by the name of Tim. Tim, like probably single one of you, is a working class man. He is a true blue Aussie, and what he wants for our country is because he wants it for the children of today and the children of tomorrow. Handing over. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Thanks, Matt. Yeah, some awesome stuff. My name's Tim, and like you, I'm just your average Aussie. I pay too much tax, I hate following rules, and yes, I barrack for Collingwood. Now, I want to ask you, how did we get here? Like, how did it come to this? Right? How did immigration become such a divisive topic rather than a common sense one? Yes, I want to stop immigration, but why should I be labelled as a bad, ignorant fool? Gee, I mean, after listening to Matt, it's common sense.
Speak up.
Look, I'm here. Fuck, that sounds. Look, I'm here today because I'm thinking of my children and the country they live in's future. I'm here today because I believe this modern mass diversity is not what it is cracked up to be, and it's certainly not what our forefathers envisaged for their future generations. I have raised my family in the eastern suburbs. No, not Canterbury, not Hawthorn, a bit further out. Right. And we had not been affected by crime until last year. Unluckily for my community, some youth, some people that specialise in aggravated burglary tried to gain access to my neighbour's house, and whilst in the process were interrupted and thankfully chose to drive away. Now this really scared my family and the surrounding estate, especially after we did a little bit of research and discovered how violent some of these crimes committed in the Agburgs can be, and also how often they go unreported. Now, I believe my neighbour might have done the same basic research, as he soon sold the car and set up security cameras. And disappointingly, whilst doing this research, I soon learned, shock, that I may go to jail. If someone broke into my house while my family slept, and I attacked them, which of course every red-blooded Aussie would, off to jail I potentially go. So I mean, that's how much trouble this country's in. That's how pathetic our leadership is. It's clown world. That's it, man. Now, speaking of my family's safety, I worry about my beautiful daughters and how increasingly vulnerable they are out in public. I now know sexual assault has gone up by 55% in a 2-year period. The same period of time that we have been given turbo immigration from all over the world. Goodness knows what some of these societies are like, and yeah, I worry about it. I don't believe I'm being paranoid when I instruct my oldest daughter, always make sure there are people on the same train carriage. Don't catch Ubers by yourself. You know, I'm sure a lot of parents here would agree. Try to watch your drinks and your friends in the nightclub. But unfortunately, they can't watch everything. I can't always be there. It was certainly easier in a high-trust, honourable society. But again, how did it come to this? How did it come to this? Am I paranoid? I think I have a right to be.
Make Australia safe!
Yes.
Lately, my favourite topic to try and understand is housing affordability. Why do all the experts, the media, the talking heads, why now do they only touch on immigration? But don't have any real opposition against it, bringing more people into this country. Maybe just not 2 million more, like Albanese proposed. Maybe 1.6 million is a better number, they might say. They will not conflate housing supply with housing demand. And I mean, when you undertake a small business course, like I have, like many people have, it's in the first chapter, if I remember. I think it's titled Supply and Demand. It's that easy, right? If our government is allowing one new arrival to live here every 55 seconds, an average family of 4 would equate to every 4 minutes a house or a unit must be built. This is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We need one new dwelling available every 4 minutes because the demand from immigrants is exceeding the supply of housing. Often these people have government incentives, community help, or existing wealth, which helps them enter the property market immediately.
Parliament's empty, mate, fill it up!
Now the median house price is a whopping $650,000 to $850,000. Personally, I believe it's more. In the short term, yes, that makes people that own their own home or have an existing mortgage feel rich because they've made money, especially the boomers. Sorry, Uncle Bob. But unfortunately, my kids and your kids are going to have to work harder for their deposit. They're going to work longer each week to make repayments. There goes the big cap gun. Woo! Let them have it. They're going to work weekends. They're going to have less time with their children. They might live further out in a smaller house and all on a 30-year mortgage, and the list goes on. The list goes on, so Australia can be the land of milk and honey offered up for free to the rest of the world. I don't want my children to be debt slave bugs, and nor do I want them in a line that goes around the block with 50 other couples all competing to rent the same overpriced unit. I remember seeing this shit in the third world on television. Again, I ask you, how did we get here? By mismanagement? By design? Corruption? Yeah. Now, I would like to plagiarise someone. Now, I read this a couple of times. I believe it's poignant.
That should be stopped.
Is this an extreme view or is this common sense? I want you guys to be the judge. Right, this is what I read. National identity is particular. Once you universalise it, it ceases to exist. When Britain declares that anyone can be British, it is not being inclusive, it is erasing the very substance of what British once meant. The same moral trick is performed everywhere. In the name of openness, the borders of belonging are dissolved, and you can see it in the slogan, a nation of immigrants. Citizens of the world, empty phrases that flatten centuries of lineage. Universalism doesn't expand identity, it annihilates it. And here's the kicker, this is what got me, man. A people cannot be everyone, because to be everyone is to be no one, right? A people cannot be everyone, because to be everyone is to be no one. And that applies to everyone. Right. That's it, bro. Yeah, hey. It makes you sad to think. Now, I know my speech is quite bleak and it's a little bit negative, right? However, immigration can be stopped, and we must continue to build momentum. And when the number of Aussies grows showing up to march for Australia, perhaps our voice will become louder, and perhaps we can pressure and force the government to address and stop this madness on behalf of the majority of Australia. Now, here's the conclusion. Here's the kicker, man. See, I'm nostalgic, right? And I know time doesn't stand still. You cannot stop the wheels of change. But I'm increasingly nostalgic. Because I remember, man. I remember when we called ourselves the lucky country. And man, we believed it. Man, mate, if you couldn't make it in Bayswater or Thomastown to 100th of a millimetre, it couldn't be made. Right? Our Australian soldiers were Chad super warriors. Our innovation was bragged about around the world. I mean, for goodness sake, an Aussie in Geelong invented refrigeration. Changed the world. We had the toughest boxers, the fastest swimmers, the most skillful tennis players. Mate, if we didn't win the World Spelling Bee, we were pissed. We were still a Christian country, and yeah, we still made cars. We still made them. Bloody good ones. So this is it, man. Let's defend Australian identity and be inspired by what our ancestors have created, defended and achieved. God bless.